Hi, this is Mike J. Welcome back to the channel. What I want to talk about here today is the Corvette C7, the tachometer that's in all these new ones that has the 500-mile break-in procedure. Well, from what I've read, the 500-mile break-in procedure where you need to get the oil change, which is covered under Chevrolet for an extra oil change on the Z06 and the Grand Sport, and also the Stingray Z51 that has the dry sump. Anytime any of these C7s that has the dry sump will need to have the oil changed out at 500 miles. And the ones that have the wet sump like mine that holds 7 quarts, you follow the regular GM oil change intervals. But anyways, I've been doing some reading on a lot of the Corvette forums, and also I've looked under the owner's manual about these rings. Let me get a close-up shot here. These rings that are on my tachometer. Okay, now if you guys notice, from 3,500 RPMs it's yellow, and then it goes to 6.5, and then of course you've got all the red for your way into red line. But anyways, on the Z06 and the Grand Sports, the one with the dry sump, mainly I noticed this, and I've always known this on the Z06s, that these lines right here do not go away until you hit 500 miles, and that's when you should have your oil change. Nevertheless, mine is not one of those dry sump ones, so therefore I did read on one of the forums that even the regular standard Stingray 1LTs have these rings that you are seeing on the tachometer. Now what happened is, when you hit 500 miles, which I've only got 313 miles on my car, that these will be there, only acts as a reference to when to shift the car so you don't over rev it during the break-in procedure. Now what I've read is that with a manual transmission, you could very well take it over the recommended RPMs if you wish to do so. But anyways, from what I've read, that these are there supposedly to warn you to not over rev the engine during break-in period. Now this is a 8-speed auto, so I'm sure a computer will shift this car. So now, regardless if it will actually hit red line or not, if you're really on it, I don't know. I have done 0 to 60 runs in this car. Actually, one of the 0 to 60 runs I did on this car was at 100 miles on the odometer. And I didn't pay attention to how high the RPMs went up to. But all I know is that I got 4.3 seconds 0 to 60 out of this car, when Chevy claims 3.7 on a Z51, and you got to remember this is the base, so that was pretty good time. So I did 2 of those 0 to 60 runs, one I filmed, one I didn't film, and that's about all I've really done with this car as far as, shall I say, beating on it. But anyways, I want to make this video to reach out to the Corvette C7 owners that might watch my videos, or that subscribe to me that have a Corvette, to let me know in your input, because I can't find really much information on these yellow and white bars that go around the tachometer. Now I have read on forums that these rings, okay, where it's set at 3,500 to about 4,500 where it's yellow, that those can actually move up to a higher RPM to change the parameter if your engine is cold, so that you don't over rev the engine when it's cold. Now, I'm sure that pertains to manual cars because you can control it manually, but in the automatic 8-speed, a computer does all the work, so I don't think that it will let you go to that point. But just to let you guys know, these Corvettes, the tachometer and the instrumentation, the electronics in here are just so much more advanced than what I have in my Camaro SS. That's my daily driver. Even though they are almost the same car, the electronics are totally different. Camaro doesn't have an electric or a digital tachometer or a speedometer. It's all needles, and it's a little bit different as far as this portion of it goes, as far as the indicators, shall I say, to not over rev the engine. But anyways, yeah, if you guys are subscribed to me, let me know your input if you guys have experience. This is my first C7. This is my 6th Corvette, but I've never owned a newer generation. And I am waiting for the day that when I hit 500 miles to watch this thing turn, and there will be no more rings except for this solid red line at 6,500 RPM. But anyways, I'll try to catch that as soon as I hit 500 miles. I get criticized a lot from friends that I don't drive this car much. But then again, with my job and all that stuff, I don't really have a lot of time to be driving the extra car. You got to remember that my Camaro SS also sat for a while because I was driving the Mustang as a daily. But anyways, yeah, if you guys know, leave me your thoughts and comments on this. But anyways, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tap the notification bell for future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Hell, I can't even figure half of this stuff, how it works on this car. Maybe I should drive it more. Thanks for watching. Take care.